Hi. Um, so I can't put the Zoom link in yet until the chat box appears. And for some reason it seems to not appear immediately and it says private when it's public, but it does that. Um, it's been doing that for a while now, so um hopefully it will show up. I can post the Zoom link into it shortly. But anyway, welcome to the weekly stream. I do this weekly live stream on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. That's UK time. And I do a non-streamed, non-recorded Zoom meeting on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Although I shan't be doing one next week because I'm going to be somewhere else. So, but normally I do it Tuesday and Thursdays. Um, can I put it in the comments? Is comments appearing yet? No. Oh, okay. All right, I'll have to just leave it. I could try to edit it without losing the stream. Let me try. Edit video. Will it? Oh, it says public. I don't know why it does that. It's really bizarre why it does that. So hopefully it's back. Now it's showing. It's really weird. I have to press edit and then it's there saying public and then it's just appears. It's bizarre. Anyway, I'll post it in the magical. I have to read. Yeah, I'll post it in the magical appearing chat box. So yeah, you can now join the Zoom. Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that. Anyway, we are rolling. We are good to go. So yeah, you can write anything, questions, comments in the YouTube chat, or you can join now through the Zoom link. Yay. Um, yay. So um this evening's talk title is The Direct Pointing of Non-Duality. Oh. So one of the most beautiful thing about non-duality is the directness of its pointing. the absolute directness of its pointing. The directness of what it's pointing to. That was the magnifying aspect that drew me to non-duality, was the directness of the pointing, the directness of the message or the speaking about it. And that's what I continue to love about the subject, is the directness of it. That it's not buried under mountains and, piles of dogma or lessons or scripture or teachings. The very heart of the message, the communication, the pointing, the very heart of it is right there exposed immediately. You don't have to take time to work through the pages and the chapters and go through all these things. It's right there. It's so available. The heart of it is right there. And yeah, I don't know anything that is as beautiful as that. The rawness of it. So humans seem to complicate things, and we seem to, just in the nature of our ability to think, we complicate things and create all these different rules and structures, and it's just language. Language seems to complicate things. It's also beautiful language. I don't mean to, you know, neglect the beauty of it, the creativity of it. But what I find beautiful about non-duality is this directness of it. That it's not something you have to learn or take on all these different teachings and things to be able to benefit from it. And the benefit of it is right here, available. And this is why I feel like, I think for a lot of people that are in this subject, been in this subject, I think there's a point of being so tired of carrying so much knowledge, tired of working towards learning all this stuff, so that you feel that you are enough, you are worthy, you understand. There's like a tiredness of that. All the seeking, all the trying, all the grasping, working harder. There's just this tiredness of that, this complete collapsing, this complete giving in, this complete surrender. Trying to maintain, trying to hold it all together. Trying to work towards. Battered and bruised. Battered and bruised from life, from trying to make life work, from trying to hold up position, hold up a storyline, fulfill the storyline. Make the best storyline possible. Achieve that happy ending. And so in non-duality, there's this introduction to what some call the present moment, outside of time. This, stillness, emptiness, formlessness, whatever it's called. There's the introduction to it, this introduction to it. Like it was never missing. It was never actually not here. It was never lacking. It's just that this story of you, this thinking train, this story of you began to preoccupy everything, began to cover up everything. Was the main focus. Thoughts of you, therefore thoughts at the time. And so this pull or attraction to non-duality is really a pull or a attraction to the end of time, the attraction to the end of story, this attraction to this freedom, just this innocent, empty freedom that isn't in the story of me, isn't in the story of thinking. Such a strong pull, a strong attraction. And this is the direct pointing of non-duality. It's pointing to that which isn't moving, to that which you could say isn't appearing. And yet all there is, this is where the paradox comes in. Yet all that is moving, all that is appearing, it is made out of it. Mm. And so it's this energetic, don't know what other word to call it. It's not a mental thing. So energetic, energetic, energetic thing that happens. It's energetic, embodying, it feels embodying, energetic, opening, energetic dropping. Yeah. Just this movement collapsing out of this limited identity, this limited perspective, which is of thought, this narrow experience of being someone in time, in this abstract way of thinking, and this energetic switch from that or out of that, this like waking up out of that. And this is what's beautiful about non-duality, that it's not something in the mind, it's not something in time, in the future. It's so direct, it's so palpable, it's so energetic, it's so resonating. Yeah, it's so palpable. It's right here, it's right now, it's not a thought or an idea or belief. It's not about right and wrong and ideas. It's such a profound, it's just so profound. And yet so absolute, so complete, so whole, so all encompassing. It's just like unconditional love. It's what's being looked for the whole time of the story, looking for something. This is what's being looked for. But through the mind, it can only be looked for as a thing, as an object. It's impossible. This is so unconditional that it has to be beyond you, the individual, beyond you, the person. It's that unconditional. It's that all encompassing. And so this is the beautiful direct pointing of non-duality, pointing to this wholeness, this wholeness that is complete. So beautiful. So you're welcome to join Zoom or ask anything on the YouTube chat. We are open. Pull the camera out. oh, you haven't got a name. That's weird. I thought you had to have a name on YouTube. So someone's asked, how did you get onto the path of non-duality? Um, Thank you for asking. Um, so it it appeared, it appeared, it appeared out of nowhere. No, it did, like it did, but so in the story of things, there was a spiritual path that I was on to go home, find freedom, go home. Um, yeah, that ended up on this spiritual path with this promise of being able to go home at the end of it, and doing all kinds of spiritual things, Buddhist meditations, going to retreats, Buddhist retreats, doing different practices, chanting, yoga, Reiki, angels, just different kinds of things you get into, meditations and stuff. And I was going to this retreat that I'd seen on TV, in Hastings, I think it was. And I wanted a book to take with me. So I was in Waterstones and in the spiritual section, as we often are. And there was this table with this glowing blue book on it called The Power of Now. And I got it. And I'd heard it mentioned before a meditation circle that I was in. I thought, oh, that book that I heard about, and I saw it glowing as it's blue, and yeah, I got it for the retreat, and it was like the best thing for of the whole retreat was that book. It was just like uh, 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 this directness of the pointing. Obviously, the wording is, to the present moment, to the now, but it was, doesn't matter what the wording was. It was like this pointing outside of the thoughts, this pointing to this immediate freedom. And it was just like, it was mind blowing that that was available. This freedom, this absolute freedom is available. It's not hidden. It's not at the end of this long journey of spiritual like work. It was just this immediate pointing outside of mind, outside of me, outside of thinking. It's so beautiful. Yeah, that's how in this story the non-duality was presented itself. Yeah, yeah. And he came to London. I went to see him in London, and I was far, far. It was a massive, massive auditoriums, theatre place, and I was really far back up on the rafter things. And he came out, this like, sorry to say old man, but he was like bent and all crumpled, and not with a stick, but he was like bent, isn't he? Bent a bit. And yeah, it was just like, oh my God, it's like a fan of like a pop star. Like, oh, I got Holly on stage. And it was just really lovely. Oh yeah. There was a woman that I met in the audience before it started or during the break or something. And she was like, oh, Bill, him, Bill. I was like, who? She knew him as Bill before his name was changed. Not Bill, but something like that, Bill or something. She knew his original name. I was like, oh my God. He was a lecturer or something at her university or something, or a teacher or something. So that was funny. So that's how yeah, it was the power of now was my introduction to this moment. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Bill. It's probably the wrong name, but or whatever she said he was called. Thank you for that. It was nice to be reminded of that. It was 2007, I believe. Yeah. When I first heard of Eckhart Tolle. I apologise. Now I was going to a yoga retreat, not a Buddhist one, a yoga retreat that time. Just for the record. Just to get it right in the record. No one's joining Zoom or has any more questions. Can you think and be in pure awareness at the same time? Well, thoughts appear, thoughts pop up, thoughts appear, and this being in awareness, being pure awareness at the same time. I don't know what you mean by pure awareness, but thoughts appear, thoughts appear and disappear, but something isn't appearing and disappearing. Something doesn't change. So as these things appear, whether they be, physical things like we can perceive, or more, so-called internal things like thoughts and feelings, they come and go, they change, they move, but something isn't at the same time. So it isn't that there's someone thinking and there's someone being in pure awareness or being here present. That is the illusion. That is the not truth. That there's somebody thinking, somebody in here producing thoughts, and somebody in here being aware, being present. That's not true. That's again in abstract thinking, abstract ideas, that there's someone independent, in charge, doing, living. And that is not true. That is the cause of suffering. This experience of being someone, this like, I don't know what it is, this idea, this belief, this altogether this bundle of it gives the experience of being someone. Then this bundle of made up stuff that thinks it's actually true and believes energies in it, of belief, of trueness, and it then wants to be present, it wants to be in pure awareness, and it wants to think and it wants to have both at the same time. And it's just not true. None of it. That position of someone isn't true. That person looking out isn't true. Those ideas aren't true. So yeah, thinking happens, thinking appears. It's part of our human evolution, maybe, that we have this thinking appear. We have this crazy but beautiful as well thinking that appears, complex thinking that appears. But we got so attached to it, so drawn into it, so lost in it, believing it, following it, chasing it. It's so crazy. And that's also okay as well. That doesn't need to be made into another problem that has to be overcome. It's okay. It's okay. The thoughts aren't an enemy to fight or slay the dragon of thought. It's not even needed. There's something that isn't affected by it, isn't in it, isn't drawn into it, isn't in it. There's something that's inherently free, impossible to cover over, impossible to mislay, or it can't disappear. It's the foundation, the essence of everything. It can't be lost in anything. It's so free. It's so beautiful. So yeah, thoughts happen, but nothing is lost by thoughts happening. And this is the discovery that this isn't a thought. I'm just gonna, sorry, reschedule update. Okay. Did that happen? I don't know if I did that or not. Okay. Admit. Um, yeah. What's the saying for, oh, I can't remember now. Oh no, thank you. What is looking out from within? What is looking out from within? What is looking out from within? Yeah. What is looking out from within? What is what is looking out from within? I'm asking that. Did I let somebody in? I did, didn't I? I'm asking that back to you as well. What is looking out from within? It's for me to give an answer to that or a response to that. Yeah. Hi. Um, would be a concept, would be like a flat concept, would be a thought. And this isn't about thoughts and concepts. So what is it? Looking out from within. And I'll leave that with you to answer. Oh, Sebastian's gone. Okay. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I think that's quite a nice ending. Um, yeah, lovely to speak about this, and thank you for asking any questions and for joining. And yeah, I'm not here Tuesday, but I'll be here Thursday next week. Okay. So lots of love, lots of love. Um, yeah, lots of love. What can I say? Lots of love. Okay, bye.